Warriors, 11:04 EST, time for Mike and me in front of the Fed tomorrow. Probably the most, I call it the way people are trying to, game this Fed and figure out what's going to happen and how the markets are going to react.
Called
It's
FOMO.
big. It's big. It's the first, move in the opposite direction. Here's what I'm hoping for.
Well,
That he disappoints the 50 basis point people, and he goes a quarter and almost sounds like, steady as we go, not like he's in a panic that we have to, you know, cut rates by a full basis point by the end of the year. And that markets will be disappointed because that would be an opportunity. So if, say, for example, silver, which Mike caught. I talked about at 28. If it's disappointing, we get a pullback to 30, 29 and a half. That's a buying opportunity. Okay. If the S&Ps pull back now, that's a buying opportunity. If the dollar rallies, that's a selling opportunity. So the Fed could set up lots of opportunities with the trend by disappointing how much the market's priced in, Mike. That's where my head's at. That's what I'd like to see. I also warned some people about the yen yesterday. People have been working the unwind of the carry trade. It's not a new idea. Newsflash, we were at 162. So we had this divergence here, and we're due for a bear market rally. In fact, COT positioning I saw from Gregor Horvat this morning is extreme. So extremely bearish U.S. dollar yen. Too many bears here. Okay, so we could have a bounce, which, counterintuitively might lead to a pullback in bonds and a pop in yields, which would go along with a yen bounce, and a pullback in metals. But this gold silver ratio is a big deal here. Mike agrees with me. Silver's going to lead the way. There's a lot of things saying that this gold silver ratio is going to head lower. That means your preferred long is silver. And in fact, you know what people do here, Mike? They'd sell their gold and use the proceeds to buy silver because silver's,
why not? They use it. So they've been selling Meta, or
yeah,
vice. They've been selling mega, flopping into mega caps. Why don't what they do in the metals? And for what
yeah,
we say, not to cut you off, the
yeah,
indicators, no matter what the commodity is, say the silver. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So, I mean, you would call it a rotation,
Yes, I
right?
would. I know.
Properly
I love it.
rotating.
Please rotate.
Yeah, so anyway, I mean, it's a big level that it failed from. And the reason I've been bringing it up is because it looks a lot like the dollar before it sold off. And we could easily go back to these levels. That's silver outperforming by 15, 20% over gold. And then if I really want to get macro, if we ever take out 72, and you look, I'm old enough to remember when the gold silver ratio traded at 40. Okay, that was normal. So I mean, if we ever take out 70, we're headed to 50 minimum. So you're talking about silver outperforming by 30, 40%. So silver's the play. As far as I'm concerned from here, I'm not saying that I'm bearish gold. I'm just saying that's the outperformer.
Oh,
Stick with silver and buy breaks if the Fed disappoints and the dollar rallies and it takes silver back down to 30 or so. That's a buying opportunity. That's one of the main ones I'd be looking for. And finally, let me just wrap with S&P. So, last week I got out of the way of my SQQs under 850. 850 was my number. I think we're at 810 now. But here's my look for, 6,000. I talked about the breakout at 4,800. Showed this. Hold what do I have up here? It's a 4-hour chart. So here's
you're
the
getting like me
daily.
now.
Yeah.
You're getting like me now.
Yeah. So you know, as long as we're above 56 now, we can make a move. And the return line up here, which this is drive one, this is drive two, this takes it up
Brilliant.
to 5,900.
It's a plan, high level plan.
Okay,
Coach,
five. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. I mean, that's
no,
about
I
it.
want you to punch up this. You probably have it. AXP. You familiar with it?
No.
It's called American Express.
Oh, okay. All right. And also an update on Nat Gas. If they sell Nat Gas, they sell Nat Gas off on, you know, on anything that, where is it? Okay, here it is. Because Nat Gas, I thought
I'm
it
in.
came up. All right.
I'm in that.
All right. I don't know what happened to
Yes.
AXP. Anyway, let me try again. Here.
I must have
There
offended.
we go. Oh, up $5. There you go. Looks great. I mean, that's leading the way for the S&Ps. That's what the S&Ps are doing.
But I pointed out something on TradeGATEHub, which I'll put on now is, and this is Kramer point. What Kramer's point, high opinion. I'm not saying I'm not even in it. But I posted this morning. It's up to you if you know, buy the rumors, sell the news. But this is more for the smarter guys, coaching yourself. Hold on a second. AXP at all-time highs at the economy's weak, 50 basis points. Does that say that to you?
No, that means
Okay.
that, credit quality of, it's mainly the upper 10% that use Amex, right? It's not the lunch bucket guys. So their credit quality is still good. I mean, people have tons of equity in their houses if they ever want to tap it, let alone all their stock gains. The upper 10%, this is the best of worlds. It's like, did you read the book, The Tale of Two Cities in high school? It was the
Um,
best of times and the
no, but
worst
I'm
of
sure the
times.
kids, but I know the kid that sat next to me did.
Okay. Did you at least read the Cliff Notes, Mike? Come on.
No,
All right. Anyway, let me just wrap with Nat Gas. So, Nat Gas, Mike and I talked about last week. Where are you, buddy? Here it is.
I'm in
Okay.
that.
And it was this day when the market was flushing. I think that was a Friday, and it was green. And I said 220 was a breakout. So we've gotten the breakout. So any pullbacks to the breakout again, you buy it. I mean, this measures at least 260, and who knows where it could go this winter. So I'm very bullish commodities, and it's not just silver and gold anymore,
I
Mike.
hear you.
It's broadening out.
Okay. Very
Okay,
important statement.
agriculture and everything. In fact, some guy tweeted me yesterday and said, Dale, if you knew that they were going to stop taking dollars or not selling oil to the U.S., like in the Middle East, and the dollar dropped 10%, what would you want to be in before that happened?
I read
And
that tweet.
my answer was commodities, commodities, commodities.
Fine.
Okay,
Got
so
everything you want in it now.
maybe the guy smells there's going to be some type of devaluation coming down the road, like an overnight deal for the dollar. Who knows? Anyway, it doesn't have to happen overnight, but you know, natural gas looks good. The grains still look pretty good to me.
How about oil now? How about our buys
Oil,
in Oxy
uh,
how about Apache that you said was the TLT of last year?
yeah. So
EPA.
to me, we really need to get back over the 72 breakdown. It's a nice rally,
Kind of
but
cheap.
this it could just be a bounce, a reflex rally. I'd like to see what it does on the next break.
Nice job.
But back over 72 negates the whole breakdown, and then this triangle, then I would expect a breakout
Oh,
over
I see.
81.
I see.
Okay, so I why would I want to own this when that chart
You're
when
right.
I could own this, right? I mean, it's simple. It's, goes back to investor business daily. Buy the relative strength in a group, not the weakness. So this is it. Nat Gas. Um, so you told me yesterday, Mike, I'm going to turn the charts over to you. We saw something before the option sweepers brought up BTG last Thursday when it was just started acting good. And yesterday you said there were sheets of BTG calls going off, right?
That's what it is. It's a when it's that I hate to trivialize it and make it seem so easy. But I guess when you get to a certain level, it's really yourself against yourself. I still do believe that, but it's
I
just a
do
bunch of
too.
it's a symbol in a hot sector that's taking a lot of calls, trend, and volume. Why do you? I mean, but hold on.
But you know, on the last go round on the big rally in the miners, it did not participate. So what's interesting is we spotted something that was a non-actor in the first miners rally that they settled something with the government. I think it's their mines in Nicaragua, where they settled something about a tax, and that's what was holding it back. So, you know, it is a new name because it didn't do what, you know, GDX did and everything else that rallied um, during the first wave. It was
Gotcha,
dead.
coach.
It was dead money.
Right.
Yeah. So I
Holy
think it's cool
smokes.
that we saw it before the sweepers.
Coach, you know what? There's a downside to this doing this every day. Besides, neglecting your family and everything else that no, is that the caring only but yourself. Is that you want your position? All right, we going back to the screen. Let me go back to where is this thing? Let me take off my. I'll share the screen now. Is that you want your positions to work in some of these things? You don't watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me go back to the strongest stock on the. Hold on. Am I sharing for
Not
once?
yet.
By GEV. This utility stock.
Yeah.
This is
Wow.
here breaking. It doesn't even go back that far. It's in. This is you micromanage it. Another stock, VST, taking calls, huge calls all the time. This is the daily. Didn't even
Yeah.
break. It just these stocks are keep going. APP. If I added
New
calls,
highs.
APP.
Oh my
These are the
gosh.
new coach. We've been saying this. I'm not in it. We've been saying this for a while. It doesn't matter anymore. Intel, okay, it has a nice couple of days. Now, are you late to it? I'm not sure. This is the trip.
Yeah.
Coach, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I have my notes.
If
Let
it
me go back
gaps
to my
up,
notes.
if it gaps up and leaves a gap, and tomorrow that'll be an island bottom, like a monthly island bottom. If it gaps up, that's going to have a lot of people trapped, man.
Second level, you just answered my second level thinking. What you sometimes ask me, I don't care what the Fed does. I don't care. Look at this
Yeah.
thing, Children's Place. I'm not saying you got
I
to be in it. I'm not. If you're not aware what this stock is doing, what's so funny?
I just the name of the stock.
Children's Place.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably going to
Yeah.
write a jingle about it by the end of the show, I'm sure. Children's Place. Stock
It's
went
like
from.
romper room. Okay.
I
To
was
me, is
on
that
Wonderama? Do you know I was on? Wonderama?
you were on romper room?
I was no Wonderama. You familiar with that
Oh
show?
no, no, sorry, I missed you there.
Typical.
Anyway, yeah, look at this.
All right,
Hey,
even
Mike,
all right
Mike,
for stock,
don't short anything. Don't short anything
well,
in this environment.
you could have a bunch of queries. Stock recleaning at 200 days. Stocks big
Yeah,
volume. Stocks that
yeah.
came down a little. What about course? The number one. Another example of you wanted. I should have a quarter million. I can't. This have it. My winner is upsetting me more than my loser. And I beware. By the way, course. This is a stock taking leaps. How many times have we right? Everybody, come on, everybody. Anybody, just give me
Leaps.
a problem.
Yeah,
Course.
yeah.
Uh, what else? AXP we brought up. Caterpillar. I bought Caterpillar this morning, by the way,
That
in the
looks.
fund.
I mean, I can't find a negative looking chart anywhere.
But coach, even if everything gets destroyed, there's still rotation. All right, so then we'll go back into AGQ.
Cat looks good. That's a nice chart.
Okay, all right. So I listen.
Yeah,
I know that I got to be in some of it. I
that
might have top ticked
what's
it,
this?
but
Silver?
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Okay.
I bet this one snuck past everybody.
Buy
All
a
right.
gap
So
fill.
if
Buy
they
a
go
gap fill in ACQ
AGQ, but I get it.
into the gap. Maybe
All
it
right.
doesn't
So
fill it. That'd be more bullish.
but I'm saying you could think outside. Well, no, actually, it's first level thinking as well. So if they did 25 basis points, so am I going to go into Verizon, which is all of a sudden the strongest stock on the board? One of them. This is Verizon Weekly. It's a big move for that dog. AT&T. Still on a weekly breaking out. I know I'm not in, AAL, by the way, one of our better calls. I'm in that. AAL going up nicely. So Delta has been taking calls off the board. Fact in TGH. UAL off the board.
Along the
What
world.
else? What else are they doing? Apache, how we looking now? Okay, all right. So I'm not going on vacation, but when they start, maybe it turns into a TLT. They started taking calls and it turned a little bit this way. Coach.
Hey, let's see a couple natural gas issues, buddy. I'm doing a spot on Real Vision tomorrow, and I want to show a couple examples. I'll give you credit for giving me the symbols if I could find a pen to write it down, which I can't right now.
You'll remember this
Oh,
one. Did you ever get the Ranger Rick magazines as a kid?
No. Is that what this is?
So you didn't get Ranger Rick and you don't know Wonderama.
No.
That's a
I'm
shame,
older
Coach.
than you. Captain
I don't know
Kangaroo.
about that.
Captain Kangaroo.
RRC.
Anyway, this is a natural gas stock?
Yeah, it is.
And you like it, best of breed. All right.
I do.
All right, that could be just starting. 32 looks pretty good. What else?
Well, you can go to Swin, Southwestern Energy.
Yeah, they're just starting.
CRK.
Okay. Okay. That's enough.
EOG, bigger ones. SU. This one.
I like that.
This is the one. SU and RRC.
Okay.
RRC and SU, Coach. This SU has been taking calls for years. It's still nothing. Amazing. It's not one of the few ones that never matriculated.
You know what I see there? If it holds 35, there's another drive to the top. It's going to take out 42. There's two drives. You have that one.
This one by far. And it is Nat Gas.
Oh, and then it could take out the 22 high. That's interesting. All right. Great. I really appreciate having you as someone I could ask these questions to, because I have confidence in what you're showing me. It's not easy. You could ask people and, get dog do from them.
I'm in this stock. What am I in? ASTS. I have a lot of this thing. Taking
What's
calls.
Beehives?
Hold on. I'm too cheapy. Oh, no, it's not. What is this? What am I in? Hold on a second.
Mike, can you find one short on the board? Honest to God, that'd be hard to do. Isn't it hard to do?
Well, I saw Walmart. I posted yesterday. I saw Walmart in the fund. I don't know if I top tick it. Can I find a short?
You may have.
Look at Restoration Warehouse. All of a sudden, everything's just Warren's in that. All of a sudden, boom. Intel taking calls. Can I find a short? I don't know if I want it, and I might get in.
I went short that. It could leave it a 2-month island. It's not the environment to get short until the S&Ps get up towards 6,000. Then see what's underperforming the overall market.
Reddit.
If you're a bear, that's what you do now.
I top pick Reddit. How did this thing?
What's that? That's a real estate. Oh, that's at. They started off as a community, right? Reddit.
You know what? I'm going to add to it. Bidding for Reddit, as we'd say. Anyway.
You're shorting that, right?
No, I'm buying it, baby. Reddit.
Okay.
Here's ALB in the fund. Still in it. Matter of fact, ALB, how many? 500,000 shares? 800. We'll take out the ask. We'll help things out.
Pretty good.
Then they add the ALB.
Back to 105, Mike.
Oh.
Would you take it at 105?
What was that?
105, would you?
I'll hold it to 105 because I don't have a lot of it. If I had 20,000, I'd hold it till 92 and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Planeteer resting. You resting. Dynatrace. Buy more. One of the best acting stocks out there. Here's all the hot stocks right here. Place. Carvana. 127 to 157 week. In a week.
Yeah. I don't
like Tesla, bullish. Tesla, call. Listen, my opinion's irrelevant. Let's get back what the calls are doing, all right?
Let's see the sweeps.
Well, the Jesus is all over Bitcoin today.
Okay, yeah, that opened it up. You got, yeah, Bitcoin's
Overall action has slowed down, mostly Bitcoin plays. GLD calls, where are they going? Where? October. They don't care. CLS, CRDO, Wolf, XOP bull flow. They're going into energy. From where? Short term. Course. There you go. Weeklies, add. Sweeping, add. Taking out everything in cores. This has been number one. I'm in that. Cores. AAL, that's not bullish, believe me. What's
merit.
the other one I'm in? Hold on. Delta, more flow. These have been prevalent, coach. I don't know if they're taught, but you know what? Until they don't work, they don't. APP, still in it. 3M. Oh, no. Oh, could have been someone. I'm not adding to that. But let me, so that's it. AES, a utility name. Let's go here for those that have a little weaker constitution. That looks, well, you know, listen, the chart's not where it's been, it's where it's going. I mean,
Yeah.
AES goes with GEV. Hold on. Goes with VST. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe they're playing laggards. GFI. Yeah, they're so this is sexy. They're selling puts in GFI. I like that. That, you know, as coach, this GFI to a degree had a little bit of a meme move in it. Let's look at GFI.
What is it?
Goldfields, baby.
Oh, okay. That
So
doesn't look
the
so good.
extreme gold laggard.
Real big laggard.
I
Because it's
bought
a South
JD today too.
African. Because it's a South African.
Let's go to China. Even Helene said, not even Helene. There's no disrespect to Helene, but for Helene to notice a micro rotation out of Mag 7 into K-Web stocks. All right, all of a sudden you had that NIO that made the huge move, rested, is now breaking out again. It's not, you know, it's not a barn burner, but it's in play. LI, Long Island, New York. I waited and waited for it. Then this is the beach bull that happened. Same thing. Now, not JD, I bought it today. Oh, let's look at Baba first. That's a beach bull one. That, if that has good news, coach, that's going to 95. I bought JD. I'm in that. How do you not like JD? I'll risk $1 down in JD to make 4. That right?
Yeah.
And it's taking call. But by the way, coach, I'm not throwing a dart here. You know that it's taking calls. It's a little bit of a, you know, to the right sector. It's breaking out above the 200-day. You know, if the C, whatever numbers, if Powell comes out, I might think it might be somewhat impervious. Just because it's China play, I wouldn't be that egregious in that manner. But I'm in JD. Oxy, seeing some spec flow today, not good enough for me. JD, there's been JD bullish December. All right, I got time. I've hold losers until then. Why do I mean I can hold JD until December looking like this.
Yeah, that, yeah.
All
Well,
right.
that's at least some conviction. 3 months.
Well, 3 months, coach. If this goes to 28 and a half by tomorrow, believe me, I'll be happy. You know what I mean. All right. So anyway, so what does what does it mean for an overall play with me? It boils back into this, and it's not an egregious statement. They're gonna let them do what they're gonna do. I'm prepared. We're prepared in a silver trade. I got AXP. You know, I get it. Something like that. I agree. They might go in back into techs. Well, I don't know. You know,
They're going into everything, Mike. You just showed it. It's across the board strength. If it's traded and it's a stock, it's going up.
another
Unless it's
stock.
pink sheet, bulletin board, some of those, you know, criminal activities. But anyway, everything looks good, Mike. It's
We'll get to know this symbol APLD. I'm
buy
in that.
breaks, buy breaks if he disappoints. That's my game plan. And if not, I'm long some stuff. But I'm not adding anything today. I'm waiting for
Of
gold
course.
to get cheap one more time on the Fed.
Well, listen,
See
you
if it happens.
didn't do anything now. First of all, if you want to, you have to start at 5%. Listen, anybody that does anything now is either probably is probably double. If you have a winner, you have stops or piecing
Yeah,
out. If you're doing something now, you're probably adding to a loser and playing a binary play into the Fed, which you know how it goes. So
You
don't do
manage
anything
positions.
now.
You don't add positions into a
No, no,
index
no. I
fund.
wouldn't.
You
No, no, no. I'm
manage.
not starting something. You know
Yeah,
my
you
theory
manage.
about I don't care what the Fed. I'm not starting something now. I already got
Yeah,
some decent stuff.
yeah. You're going to manage what you have. Okay. So if you manage what you have and do the right thing today, tomorrow will take care of itself. I'm going to end it on that note. Do the right thing today, and tomorrow will take care of itself. If you don't do the right thing today, speaking from personal experience, that day could turn into weeks and months and turns a trader into an investor. Learn
Well,
from
this
me.
is one thing. If you okay, how about this? And I don't want to put. You want me to put that? I'm not even.
Yeah, go ahead,
Listen.
be the pontiff.
No, I'm doing the best for everybody. I really am. Go to TradeGATEHub if you want. You want to start, playing some sort of moves. And I always say, and I do mean it, that you never, experienced sailors never learned to sail in calm waters. You want to
Yeah.
play fine. I'm in it, man. I'm in
Any
too.
questions? Do we have any questions from viewers?
Get a demo account and get a live account. Get in. That's all, man. Or ask. another stock that's taking calls is trying to play low floater. Watch it. Trust me. What else?
Yeah, China's
Zillow.
got to be part of this, uh, melt up scenario in the U.S. I mean, at least for, into the end of the year. Maybe everything's cool until either after the election or end of the year. Just ride the melt up. We've had guests that have talked about these numbers months ago. Um, you know, Dave H. Contrarian, 7,000 S&P.
Coach,
All right.
yes, we dad would you? I mean, look, let's go. I'm doing this because you want to sign off, sign up. I'm doing it because I'm proud of it. All right, you can go look at our past guests: Peter Brandt, Jack Schwager multiple times, David Contrarian multiple times.
David
Luke, isn't
Hunter.
he next week or something? Do you have David Button? Who do you have?
I have Adam Button tomorrow
Adam
for
Button.
Forex Live. Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Growing. Any questions? Mike
Lois.
Dooley, Bitcoin perked up. Yeah. Mike knows what that means. So actually, Bitcoin's been lagging the market. So maybe this is a move to 100,000 in Bitcoin too.
Lewis said
I know
short
people will
Lois.
be surprised hearing me talk like this, but I'm not going to. W.D. Gann, one of the best market timers that ever lived on the planet, who could call the time of day market turns would take place. Even he had a maxim that if you don't learn how to change your mind, you won't have any change left. That's from a master market timer, a legend, okay, who had a lot of deep knowledge about how things work. So anyway, uh, I guess I'll catch you down the road, bro.
Down the road. I'm gonna probably pull you before the close and ask you what I'm gonna do. What are you talking about?
Well, that's
I'm
down the
saying,
road.
Coach, I meant nothing what I said. I'm freaking nervous. What do I do? No.
Anyway, it's down the road.
No, we're here.
Couple
Let's listen.
hours, a couple hours down the road. But enjoy the good times, everybody. Enjoy the ride.
You too, Coach. Thanks for
All right,
everybody
man.
tuning in. You got to ask if you've been noticing on TradeGate Hub, they might be subtle, but they'll eventually be less subtle. When we consolidated main pages, we took off a couple
Yeah,
of trade.
I
So
like it.
the news got
Yeah,
like I said, the majority of changes have been basically, I would say, how do you call it?
deletions.
Administrative within email and direct
Yeah,
contacts and making the experience everybody what a cleaner, whether you sign up for the newsletter, the account. So, and leaving it this way, you'll definitely more trading amenities because trust me, I don't want to have a lot of pages open either. I want it to be, I want to have market movers are going to be consolidated with a little bit or having more uh, data, if you will, 5 minute movers, curated by myself and coach or anybody's suggestions. Like I say, we, we want it to be, one stop, not to cheapen it, but I don't know how else to articulate it. So until then, everybody, appreciate being in the trading room. Go back to Coach's videos. We both do daily, 2 days a week together. And with that being said, is always, have a plan, and I'll try to do better tomorrow.
Yeah, catch us on the stream and don't quit your daydream.
Okay. Cheers, everyone. Thanks to everybody
Adios,
behind the
bud.
scenes. Trade well,
See you
Coach.
later. Okay,
Cheers.
bro.